MMAfighting.com, and I'm here with Phil Mulpeter ahead of his Bellator debut now, Phil, against Keith McCabe. First of all, this was something that people were calling for a long time. They wanted to see you on these Bellator cards. I know you were with Cage Warriors for a while. You had that great fight with Nicholas Dalby. But how did this come about, and how does it feel to finally be a Bellator fighter?
So I've been putting the feelers out for it, saying I was interested the last while. Obviously I was contracted with Cage Warriors from the start of this year, so that contract ended, the time ran out on it, so I became a free agent. Let it be known that I was looking for a Bellator shot, and then I got the call off John saying that they're giving me a shot, so it was great. I was happy out. I was actually after coming back from the IMAFs, so I was buzzing around the place. Very unexpected call.
It's funny because I talked to Andy Ryan about this fight, and he said you two get on like a house on fire, right? You were away coaching the Irish team together, and now he has to prepare one of his lads to beat you up. That must be a funny dynamic.
Yeah, me and Andy on great. Yeah, he's a character. But it's like I thought like this will be my third guy from Team Rhino to fight. Nothing happens to our relationship. The guys are the same. This is a sport. We go in, we do our job, we fight. And then we'll go have a beer afterwards, easy. I know Andy, and I know the guys really well, and I know that they bring tough, well trained, and it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, this is something that's constantly said about you. You were one of the guys everyone felt that was going to go to the UFC back when that initial movement with SPG. Even as far back as only recently with the Dalby fight, people thought if you won that fight you could go. But now here you are in the big leagues. Is it I don't know if you ever needed that validation, but does it feel like it's validation in some kind of way?
It's yeah. I feel like I'm finally on a big show. When you come in here, everything's so professional. It's stepped up another level, and it's an amazing to be a part of it and to fight in the Tree Arena. I've never fought in the Tree Arena,
That's
so
mad.
so it's massive for me. I have a big crew coming up from Midlands, Ireland, Laois, so I'm really happy and excited, and I'm buzzing to get going and get in there.
Yeah, it's. We spoke about Andy, obviously, but with Keith in itself, did you see that? Is that a strange matchup for you? Did you predict that you'd be put in against Keith? He's only had one fight in Bellator already against Galar Bafando. Was that the kind of opponent you'd be expecting? I think you guys are one of the two all-Irish fights on the card.
Yeah. I just got a name, and it was Keith. I was like, I just say yes. Anytime I get a name, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And we had a call. Me and Andy had a little call before anything was disclosed or whatever, so we were like, yeah, let's go in and do it, and there's no hard feelings as normal. Andy will be coming down for a little trip down to my gym as well, so we're looking forward to getting the fight out of the way as well, getting back to normal.
You've been training a bit with Radhiya here, Owen Roddy ahead of this one. A lot of people like Molly McCann, Connor, obviously, even a lot of the guys in SPG speak about how good it is to work with him, how sharp he can make your fundamental boxing. Have you much advantage from that? Did you have many sessions down with Roddy there in Charlestown?
Yeah, SPG Charles sounds like a little hidden gem. It's like, and Owen obviously himself, he's just has this ability to break down striking aspects and all aspects, but in particular his striking aspects, and he can just put it into baby terms. I was doing my camp. I've done a good bit of the camp there. I'm in and out of Charlestown and headquarters, but I say I was there a week. I did a full week there in Charlestown, and I could notice differences already. I could head moving, and it's all small things, it's little things, but the way he explains it comes across so well. I really think that he's a hidden gem in Ireland, and people don't use him enough, and they should. We should be using it, and I think my striking's after taking a jump from it, and I'm looking to come and stand on the feet with I just want to showcase my striking this time. I've had two of elbows have been injured the last two fights, so I've been in grapple mode. I was like, just grapple. You have to grapple, because I didn't think my elbows would withstand the striking. Now I got the operation done. I'm like, it's back. You know what I mean? So I want to strike this time. I want to showcase my striking skills and put it on Keith, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, and I suppose with respect to Keith, He has lost by knockout to two SBG guys like Kiley and Kiefer in the past. Like, I mean, is that what you're kind of isolating there? Like, do you feel like that is something you can capitalize on?
I really think that I'm better than Keith everywhere, to be honest. I think I really do. My grappling is really strong. My wrestling is really strong. I'm very hard to take down. You know, I think once I start laying on the pressure on the feet, he's going to start shooting, and I think that'll be the start of the end for him.
You know, what would you hope for? Like, say, like, obviously you're very confident of a win here. Do you start looking at a division and going, who would I like to face here in Bellator? Like, is there anyone that kind of sticks out to you when you sign that contract? Like, Jesus, that would be a fantastic fight. If you do get off to winning ways, is there anyone on the hit list, so to speak?
I, to be honest, I'm on a 1-fight contract. My goal from this is to show them that I should have been signed on a multi-fight contract. So I'm going to go out, put on a performance, and then, as I said, you know me, I will fight anyone on the roster. You know what I mean? Whoever to put there, I'll come and fight. You know, and I bring it every time. This time around as well, I've got a nutritionist on board, which I've never had before. And it's just opened my eyes to like how backward I was doing things. You know what I mean? I thought I was doing it right, but I wasn't. So like, I think you're going to see I'm going to be more energized. I don't think I'm going to crash like I did in the Dalby fight. So I'm really looking forward to showcasing it.
Any words on Dalby? Because he's obviously made it back to the UFC. It's been quite an adventure for him. He's like, will you have a keen eye on that fight on Saturday? I know you get on really well with the guy, right? Like, it's such a weird thing.
It's weird, like. We fight was like, it's kind of harder. I think I prefer when I don't get along with him. It's easier. I can say, yeah. But he's a really nice guy, and I wish him the best. And I think he's back in the UFC where he belongs, and he's one of the best. Well, he's probably the best fighter I've ever fought. Very calm, and I can't wait to watch the fight. It's going to be a great fight, and I wish him all the best of luck. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Phil, man. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, man.